It's your boy Indian Gooner in the house, back with another bang on transfer news video all about Arsenal stuff. Arsenal versus Bayern München, my greatest talking points of the game, and super performance again by hero Eddie Nketiah. 8 minutes and he scored against Bayern München. Yes, we won them. We won against them. You know, 5-1, 5-1, those games. I remember the last time that we met Bayern München. It was not a very pleasant experience, but and everything more in this video. So keep watching this video till the end. And great love shown by all. I think there are two videos which have which has crossed more than 1.5k views, and another one has crossed 2000 views. So I think I'm really excited about what this channel can achieve. Thank you so much guys for watching my videos and helping us reach 350 subscribers. Thank you so much. We have crossed 350 subscribers before the end of this month. It's just 19th or 18th today, 18th, and it is unbelievable. So can we have a new a revised target of 400 subscribers? Can we reach 400 subscribers before the end of this month? If you believe in my channel, if you believe that you get excited about Arsenal whenever you see my videos, please subscribe and hit that bell icon so you get notified whenever I post a video on YouTube. And if you want to get entertained and if you want to get all the information about Arsenal, if it is your beloved club, and if you're a Gooner, definitely subscribe to my channel. So let's go towards the news.
Comes to Silvino! Well, that is absolutely astonishing.
Everton Soares has given the biggest hint that he's coming to Arsenal. Well, that is more than enough for everyone, not even to speculate, but to even agree to, that yes, Everton Soares is making to Arsenal. Everton Soares Cebalino has actually followed Gabriel Martinelli on Instagram. Yes, if you're a footballer and if you're following a footballer, if he's your motivation, but most importantly 90 to 95% of the times it happens that you are following a footballer which if you're of the same club that you might be joining in the near future. Why? Because I don't understand why Everton Soares needs to follow Gabriel Martinelli. There's no reason except for the fact that he's going to be a Gunner soon. Well, Edu is really important for us in that deal, and Edu has been doing superb in terms of that deal is concerned. Well, that is why a technical director is very much important at any club. Well, there are many European bigwigs that lack that technical director post, but nonetheless we are lucky to have Edu, Arsenal DNA. That's what Josh Kroenke had said about Edu. So that is really exciting for the club to go forward. Well, let's go on with the next news. William Saliba. Well, about William Saliba, Arsenal will make his payments in installments. That is what has been said. And most importantly, the latest news suggests that one report says that William Saliba loves new Tottenham kits for this season. But let me tell you what, Arsenal are quite favoured when William Saliba deal is concerned. Well, more than enough. I think even if you love somebody's kits, you need to understand that they are rotten shit piece of a team who do not have a good history, who don't win anything, and though they performed really well in the Champions League last season, everything awe-inspiring and everything, every bit of respect. But also, since we know that they are our rivals, so fuck Tottenham. Welcome Saliba. I think will be great to have you, not this season definitely, but in the next season, a future prospect for Arsenal. Really great. Well, let's go on with the next news. As I had mentioned that Wilfried Zaha will be coming back to Crystal Palace for a specific minor adjustment, speak to the club and go back to the AFCON. Well, since his team has been relegated from AFCON, it is clearly known that Wilfried Zaha has told Crystal Palace officials that he wants out, wants to leave Crystal Palace. Well, this was the same type of speculations that I think in the last season where he signed a new contract, stating that there were a lot of Chinese Super League clubs wanting to sign him, and I believe that's the time when Crystal Palace decided to make him the highest earner of the club and give him outrageous amount of wages. Well, he deserved it because I think he always stands out in all the Crystal Palace talent that is currently there in the club. Well, right now I must say one thing, that Wilfried Zaha will be moving out and he wants out of Crystal Palace. And we all know what is his preferred destination. We are waiting Wilfried, but the problem is the valuation. It's definitely high. Well, let's go on with the next news. According to a report, it is suggested that Unai Emery has personally phoned, that means over the phone has spoken to Dani Ceballos to make him understand that he would be if he signed to Arsenal, he would be given a first team player, an important player position, a very important player position, not only in the squad but in the playing 11. He will be a very big difference maker in terms of the playing 11 of Arsenal this season. He is touted to be surplus to requirements. Well, he has been clearly suggested and mentioned by Zinedine Zidane that if he does not find a new club for himself, he will be sitting on the bench for Real Madrid. He is not the perfection that Real Madrid is looking for. So Dani Ceballos, welcome to Arsenal. We are waiting for you. I think it will be a good loan deal. But nonetheless, Arsenal are also swooping for Mariano Diaz. Arsenal, it is suggested that Arsenal have actually spoken to Real Madrid in a bid to speak about either buying out or at least on a loan Mariano Diaz coming to Arsenal. Well, I'll respond to that, how exactly what I feel about should Mariano Diaz be coming to Arsenal or not. But this is the news for now. Well, let's go on to the next news. Mesut Ozil has actually flaunted his bleach blonde hairstyle. Well, if anyone in the world who has missed it, Mesut Ozil has actually done the bleach blonde, and everyone is speaking about him looking like Megan Rapinoe, the US footballer. Well, this is unbelievably so, and even Aubameyang believes that. I think that is the reason why United States of America won the World Cup, and that would be the same reason which would lead to Arsenal's success this season as well. Well, that is exactly kind of a good reflections that we saw against Bayern München game. Well, our next segment, let's dissect Arsenal versus Bayern München, Arsenal's performance. Part by part, brick by brick, let me talk about the whole game. I loved Bernd Leno's save, that David Alaba's, his try. I think one biggest menace was Corentin Tolisso. His pace was really worrying the Arsenal defenders. There were many moments where Arsenal defenders played like shit, but it turned out that one of the biggest mistakes for Robert Lewandowski's goal was Shkodran Mustafi not marking the man. Well, what else can you expect of him? But again, Arsenal fans booed him. And also, Shkodran Mustafi is not being looked as obviously he's not being touted as the future of the club. No, he's not. Okay, he's getting some wages. Yeah, see, right now we are in a turmoil situation when the centre-back position is concerned, because we still haven't tackled the Laurent Koscielny problem, because Laurent Koscielny, if he's going on a strike and if that problem is not solved in the next 3 weeks, well, we have ourselves a headache. And at this moment of time, I think if we don't buy a centre-back, we can't let Shkodran Mustafi leave, because that would be a very turmoil situation. Because if you don't have a backup, you're one of the backups, your greatest asset is still recovering, and Dinos is not touted to be the next big thing. So you would want your player to be there. I know there is no pace in Shkodran Mustafi, but he needs to have some brains, which is also not there. But nonetheless, I think I would urge all the fans to be calm, because I think right now our hands are tied. So we don't have much of the options. So booing Shkodran Mustafi is not the solution right now. But nonetheless, in the near future, I don't think so Shkodran Mustafi is a person around which a team can be built. So Shkodran Mustafi was shit in that game. Next, Socrates had his moment of the Greek warrior that he is. He shows how he loves defending. But there are certain moments where he becomes scrappy. The pace also is affected. So I think, but still, he was the one of the greatest player on that pitch against Bayern München. Well, Martinez was good, but I think he could not save the Lewandowski goal, but he was really on his toes. But nonetheless, I think what Unai Emery also has spoken about, the roles of Ainsley Maitland-Niles and Sead Kolasinac. Last season, we played a back three line. Back three line created a lot of problems. Initially, it was good. We could exploit more and more of Sead Kolasinac's attacking mentality. But we also knew that how it exposed us defensively, because Ainsley was much of a better defender in terms of Sead Kolasinac comparison. But Sead Kolasinac was offered the fullback role and was even touted to. He did defensively. They both did really good. But I think we know that Hector Bellerin is due to come after some months, even in the new season. So we only expect Ainsley to play as a fullback for Arsenal. Well, they both performed really well as long as they were on the pitch. And most importantly, the outperformers, they have really risen out of the shackles. Granit Xhaka was decent, but This whole game was about the youngsters. Joe Willock. Yeah, Burton, Robbie Burton. Yeah, Eddie Nketiah, Tyrese John Jules. These guys are running havoc. They deserve the first team action. They are showing it. Xavier Amechi, learn. Learn to be patient. If you get your chance, you will get a chance. Okay? If you get angry, you delete posts about Arsenal, you delete everything in the bio. My friend, look at these players. They are more deserving than you. They have got the opportunity and they are pouncing on everything. Eddie Nketiah comes on in the 81st minute. 8 minutes it takes him, his link-up play. This idea of the link-up play between Tyrese John Jules and Eddie Nketiah will take Arsenal forward. Yeah, they were the standout performers. Unbelievable. And Mesut Ozil was in his brilliance. There was a moment where he was sloppy, but Mesut Ozil was really good in this game. After a long time playing against a very big team, I think he performed. He showed his class. But nonetheless, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang was killing the defenders. One own goal that went in. Unbelievable. This is the biggest factor that I would want to say, that Bayern München will always struggle. Their squad is aging and they need to understand that. And that aging problem has to be weeded out from the squad. Well, they need to go on a rebuilding phase. They're just introducing players somewhat, but they need to think the bigger picture. The future should be thought forward about it. That's what I felt about Bayern. But Alexander Lacazette was superb. Henrik Mkhitaryan, according to me, was the poorest player. Unbelievably poor. I mean, he had his chances, but I don't understand. He didn't take them well. Well, these were whatever I felt about the Arsenal versus Bayern game. It was unbelievable. Eddie Nketiah, oh my God, that goal was superb. And I think, I believe that Arsenal have really good promise. According to me, the man of the match was Freddie Ljungberg. Yes. Why? Unai Emery has mentioned in his after the game post-match, he has mentioned that Freddie Ljungberg told him that Robbie Burton is a player who is ready for the first team action and can give you certain key aspects of the midfield that you're looking for in a player. And he agreed to that point. And I love this thing about Emery. He agreed to thinking about it, and he played Robbie Burton, and he was happy with Robbie. It was unbelievable to see him do that, and that link-up play between Tyrese John Jules, and I think if you compare Freddie Ljungberg with Steve Bold, they have swapped their positions. Unbelievable. Freddie Ljungberg knows his players very well. He has won the league with them, so he knows his under 21 players, and they are just killing it for Arsenal. So my guys, the youngsters are the only way to go for Arsenal. If you don't have money, you have academy players, use them. And if you have Freddie Ljungberg, another Arsenal DNA, who can tell you that, who can guide you that these are the players that should be breaking into the first team, take it. If that's the case, 45 million is nonetheless, we don't even believe that 45 million is something big. Go for it if you can destroy teams like Manchester City, Liverpool, Bayern München, any European superpower. Just make no mistake. Let's weed out the problem that Arsenal are having. I hope Arsenal will improve and the youngsters can take them out of the pits that Arsenal find themselves to be in. So this was the transfer news of the day. This was all the news about Arsenal and stuff. If you loved it, if you liked it, like the video, share it with your friends. There's a share button. Share it with your Gooner friends who want to see more and more about Arsenal, who want to get excited about Arsenal. It is my passion to bring my stuff daily to you. I bring my stuffs daily. So this channel will give you daily stuff about Arsenal. Yeah. So if you loved it, subscribe to this channel. Hit that bell icon also. So guys, new target 400 subscribers before the end of this month. If we can reach it quickly, obviously the targets will keep on increasing. But your love should also be increasing towards Arsenal. That's what my motive is. Whichever part of the world you are, connect with me. This is the best platform to connect with all the Arsenal fans. I want to do that. If you want to, subscribe.